Hello YouTube and welcome to Groundworks. Today we will be taking a look at a new game contending for the Transport Tycoon title, I would say. This is a game created by an independent developer, Jan Zeleny, who has worked on this game for 7 years and alone. So consider that what you're seeing is work of one man. This game is actually a good contender for the future Transport Tycoon title, and I've played a little bit of it, of introduction and stuff, to see how it looks, how it rolls, so I get a little bit familiar with the game systems, and I will be showing you that today. Whether or not this will turn out into a let's play, I don't know, could be, so depending on what I see and choose. So I will talk a little bit about the game as we go along, but for the time being, let's go and start creating a new world. You have here the terrain generator. You can choose the terrain, map, density of the hill, forests, industry, towns and lakes, but they say that this is recommended for a first game, so we will just go with it. Also, while this load, I would like to take up a note that this game is not out yet on Steam. It should be coming out, I guess, 6th of October, so soon. And as you can see, the moment when you get in, you are greeted by a tutorial. So this is a welcome to Mashinky, which will learn you a little bit in terms of what is the quest. You have era quests, then you have event quests, which are part of the storyline, and you have tutorial quests, and you have sandbox quests, and I guess those are highlighted depending on how much you really like to take on. So as you can see, we can just show briefly what the tutorial quests look like. So this is like the camera. You need to know how to move around. Let's say zooming in and out, so mouse wheel up, mouse wheel down. Easy, looking around, so we hold the middle mouse button. I mean, this is just pretty much standard stuff for moving, and I mean the controls are not, I would say, not exactly as in Transport Fever, which I've been playing so far and used to. I mean, looking at this game, it's hard not to compare it a little bit to Transport Fever, but you can have now terrain editing and stuff, so I'm just gonna skip that one and let's go directly into the first line. I will just show briefly part of the tutorials, because I don't think it's worth that I show you all the tutorials. You can check that out for yourself. I think it's better that you see a little bit how the game feels and plays. So Mashinky is all about railways, so I didn't see any like vehicles and stuff, but other vehicles like buses or coaches, as you would expect in Transport Fever, but this again is focused on the trains. So let's give it a look, and we should be starting to look a new line and transporting passengers between Leicester and Salford. Sorry if my pronunciation is wrong. So here's Leicester and over there is Salford. And sure that we are switched to the construction mode, and this is the part that I really enjoy. If you look at this would turn us to the old reminiscent look of that we know and love from the actual Transport Tycoon games, except back then it was a little bit like this, I believe. So it was angled at 45 degrees and stuff. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's open the railway tools. We will create a station, and each station is made with its catchment area. So I think I'm gonna go like with here. I think I'm gonna go with a 3-tiled station, because then I would be able to catch both Leicester and Salford. So now we need to build a second station, and let's just zoom out. So if we want to go with a straight line, we can go via Salford to Leicester, so I think we're gonna do that. However, we have to see that our catchment area is good, so let's see here. Now, see here we would only be checking how it goes. By the way, you can use right click to cancel your building. So what would be the best way to... like this? Nope. Like this perhaps? Yeah, I guess this would have the best catchment area. However, it's not convenient placement. So you know what? I think I'm gonna go with like this. That's 4 tiles. But I still think it's good enough. We'll keep this one a little bit longer. You never know. We might have a lot of people on the way. So now it's up to us to connect these two. And in my opinion, since we have now the railroad tool, we are also swinging by another city. So I will actually make this line a little bit longer by just going here beside 5. I know, it's not required exactly. Oh, hold on. Oops. Now I messed it up. I want until here. Yes, please. No need to delete the trees. Thank you very much. So let's build like this, and I want to be passing here, which at later point I might be replacing that with a station, and then we take it here a little bit through the forest because I think it will look cool, and then we take it so we constructed these two. Then the next thing that we need to construct is a depot, so we might as well go into the depot construction and rotate by pressing middle mouse. Okay, sure. So something like that, or am I happy with that? Let's see. Well, I very well could be. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it here. Good. So now we should be... Oops, I think I've accidentally closed the tutorial, and I'm gonna say that to my not yet detailed knowledge of the controls. So I'm gonna click the depot, and let's build some engines. We are suggested that we take 260 Porter. Okay, sure. It has 290 horsepower and 23 tons. Okay. So we'll take that one, and it says we want to open the wagons tab and buy 3 Pullmans. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Right. And then we need to start the train. What that will do is actually it will start the train. So we should be able to see the train coming out of its station. Okay. Would you look at that? Hello, beautiful. I really like the camera blur and stuff. And I really like the idea that you can zoom in and build using the simplified tool, simplified view of the map, while at the same time, you know, enjoy the full length view. One thing that's also cool, if you notice, we have never defined a route as opposed to Transport Fever. Apparently, trains should be figuring out themselves what they want to do, based on cargo and on... We'll see how that will work in the end. For the time being, you have you can still define the route if you want. So if you want to go somewhere specific, that can be done as well. You have a little bit here info about the train, the capacity of the passengers, you have statistics on the operating costs, and, my personal favorite, you can have the view of the train as it chugs happily along its track. And even better, if you want, look at that. You have actually a chance to view the train from the perspective of the driver, and apparently we will be getting the driver mode as well. So we can here switch wagons if you will, you know. So we can go here and have a look from the perspective of the passenger. And if I right click, I can still turn my view and enjoy the looks of it. We can blow a whistle, but I kind of prefer this one for the most parts, because this blur effects and this still looks dang gorgeous. Look at that. Let's see if I can get... Ooh, would you look at that? I mean, who wouldn't like it? Look at that. That's our hero shot right there. And I think it will be the title shot for the episode. Yes. Beautiful. Isn't it? So, that being said, let's see. This is the first line, which we have finished, meaning we can collect all the cha-ching that we get. And then we have the next one, which is the first passengers. So, and that means transport 50 passengers back and forth, and we will be doing that hopefully using this train. Now, that being said, I'm actually thinking to maybe expand this train a little bit and just put here another station. So let's see if we can actually do that. Let's go into the construction mode, and you can see here all the trains nicely illuminated. So what's this? It's my company info. So here we can have a company info, statistics, trains, stations. I'm just looking into the menus. This is, by the way, first time I am looking at it. So you have also achievements. Cool. Balance, counts. Sure. Trains, stations, station 1, station 2. Is there a way to rename the station? I'd very much like that. For example, one suggestion to the developer would be, don't call it Station 1 near Leicester, call it Leicester Passenger 1 or something, I don't know. By the way, when you're already at the stations, we have kind of depots, buildings, other news, etc. Also, one thing to note that you can actually, we are here now and our train station is in a good coverage area. So if, however, if we ever choose to expand it, we can always go to the station and we can select extensions. In that case, we can customize our building by actually putting, like, as you can see, waiting room. That would help our loading speed and capacity and catchment area. Freight station, that might be helping actually for the freight stuff here. And then have the bistro, storage, platform, control tower, etc. So yeah. So, righto. So what I want to be doing is I want to create another station here. So let's see if it's just possible to paint over a station over the existing track already. Because that would be super awesome if we can. Something like this. Wow. Would you look at that? Awesome. And I wonder if the train will figure out that it can go here as well. Yeah. Now, while we're here, I mean, the catchment area on this one is not stellar. So let's see if we can put a waiting room. Ideally would be somewhere here or here. Rotate by pressing the middle mouse button. I would say this would increase the catchment area significantly. So actually, it might be a worthwhile investment. We can take a look how it looks when we actually get there. So, train 1. Let's go to the beauty view. And let's go to the driver perspective, shall we? I must say, I really overall like the looks of it. I like the view. The graphics are pretty decent. So far looks kind of promising, I must say. It's also interesting to say that this game, let's just take a different, oh, look at that. Beautiful. I must say the controls to me feel a little bit weird because the middle mouse button isn't something that I'm accustomed to too much. Okay, and as you can see, the train figured out on its own that it can actually stop here and wait, which I found particularly cool. so the trains are smart enough for themselves. That would help a lot, alleviate a lot of problems when it comes to automatic assignment of tracks and whatnot. So here you can keep the track of progress. You can see your cash, your passengers, your money, and how's your research doing, together with a list of all of them, quests and subsidies. Beautiful. Right. So, let's talk about a little bit what the game will include while we're watching this train go willy-nilly. While we get this amount of passengers to finish. Let's just pin this here. I also like the ability to pin it. So, what the final product or final game shall include... Oops. Okay, so I cannot close the windows and still be following the train, I guess. Okay, well, fine. Then we'll just keep it like this then. Yeah, the middle mouse button really gets to me sometimes. But this is beautiful. So anyway, let's talk a little bit. The final game will include 7 eras from the Steam age to the future. So from the early Steam trains all the way, hopefully, up to maglevs and whatnot. 16 different cargo types and 21 industries. Over 25 railway engines and 40 different wagons. More stories, quests, challenges, and game events. Player-controlled trains, multiplayer up to 8 players, which I think would be great. Mod support via the Steam Workshop for custom train sets, new industries, which will give the game some much wanted longevity. Pretty sure of it. And much more, including plans for other transport types. So, although the buses and stuff isn't there, that doesn't mean that it won't be there. So that's definitely welcome to know. What is also coming, it's not finished yet, but it is on the way. It's multiplayer. And this one wasn't available at the time of reviewing this, making this video, which was, let's say, late September. However, then we will be getting also the train driver mode. As you saw, we are still able to get into the driver's shoes, but not drive the train. I don't see it as a big deal, but it will be very interesting to actually see it when it goes live, how to actually do it. So I think that will be really cool. And it's also cool to see how it will impact other games. Then we have the ability to... some loose ends need to be finalized, some icons, tooltips. We saw there like a couple of unfinished texts. That's nothing really, not really game breaking, but what I'm seeing so far is a game that's actually pretty fun and playable. And we might occasionally get placeholders for text, etc, etc. Right. Okay, so not to dilly-dally too much on it, we are already transporting... we have finished the passengers. I just wanted to get that one out of the open. So the next one is delivery of logs. And let's see, what delivery of logs should say deliver 100 logs to any sawmill. And I believe we already have a sawmill near here. Yeah. So we have the sawmill near Leicester. So what we want to see a forest, and we have a forest near 5. So I'm thinking like take a line here and then have them both go into the same station. In that case, what I want to be doing is I want to be expanding this station a little bit. Something along these lines. Where I will be also, when talking about station, I want to be putting another platform. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not it, what I wanted. So it's not a platform. It's rather... Aha. Okay. Guess not. So what we can do then is rather more part of the station. So we can add here a second one. So that would be now a 2-track station. And it would be connecting here. Come on. Oh, no station, please. Just the regular track, yes. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm guessing what's in the way is the depot. Okay, fair enough. Let's see if we can remove the depot and then... I'm just waiting until this train passes, because one thing that I would consider removing, you can either remove the whole tile. Oh, you can actually remove only part of it. That might be handy. Hold on. Right, so I have to better connect these two together once again. Oh, come on. No. Yes. And you, Sunshine, I would like to connect you. No. Right, let's do just quickly this. And let's create the track like this. And then you connect ideally here. Yes, that's what I wanted. See? I mean, no frills, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Train depot, I'd actually put that one a little bit further out now. We can actually put it somewhere here in the middle, yes, because we can. Right, and then what we want to be putting is, I guess, signals. So here. And here. And we want to expand the station, we said. Extensions. Freight station. So. Somewhere like here. Oh, that takes too much money. I don't have the cash for it. Okay, right. Control tower, so I think this said platform, so we would be just filling the gap here. Yeah, because we can, why not? It makes sense. Then, let's see, we have a forest over here, so we want to be creating another station over here. Right, and then we will be connecting you, Sunshine. Just merging you over here. Right. So we do want to signal up this section because this is a sort of a critical section. Yes. And I think they go automatically in terms of letting trains through, because I can see the red here while everywhere else is green. So that's kind of cool. So what we will do is we will create a second train here. Engines, let's create another porter, and then we will be putting the wagons for the Steudinger. So let's put another 1, 2, 3. Yes. And this train we will be giving specific orders to, because we want you to go to station. Come on. Station. Oh, right, wrong. Hold on. How do you remove the station? Okay. Remove this one, I guess. Okay, so station 1, platform 5. Let's see if we can we define the platform? Station here. No, station 1, we only define the station. Okay, understood. What is this? And then you will be going here. So, start. Yeah, so now if all goes well, what should ideally happen is this train, I'm hoping, would be able to go to the second track of the station, while this one is happily waiting at the signal. So let's see if this is what will actually happen. Okay, we have a red signal here. And I think I have just... Yeah. Okay, I think I've messed it up, but it's not a big deal because we want you to reverse. Yeah, we have another signal over there, so it's not really the critical section, if you will. Understood. And the moment you pass in here, you should get green to go. Yes, you did. And that means both of them get red. Okay. I mean, it's fair enough because... yeah, there are two sets of signals, and this one will be going here anyway and just reversing. So I feel that's okay. So the moment we cross this section, we should allow this guy to go. Yes. And I think I have set up the signals correctly, because we have two non-conflicting lines, so to say. So let's see. I wonder how it will look from the perspective of this train's driver. Yeah, there goes our other train. Cool. There we go. And we should be taking the right here, going to the forest. Beautiful. So let's see what our progress is. We can also do the time acceleration and stuff, so... One thing that I would suggest to the developer, which I am kind of severely missing here, is ability to rotate in, let's say, 45-degree increments using Q and E. Because you can already use WASD to scroll around, but you cannot rotate using Q and E, and that's... I would say that's pretty much almost the standard in this type of games, so rotate the camera by 45 degrees or something. But I mean, as you can see, so far the game looks and sounds really cool. It's really nice and, you know, atmospheric to be watching it, so... yeah, let's just escort. And as you can see, we are now in 22nd of December, winter. I must point out, unless that we are having a little bit of snowfall. So we also get a little bit of seasons, which I believe it's amazing. And like I said, do consider that this game is work of one man. Really like the looks of it, how it feels so far, and I can tell you now, after playing this for a little while, there's gonna be definitely a follow-up to this episode, for sure. So, with that thing in mind, I will be slowly wrapping up this episode, because we're coming on the 30-minute mark. I mean, for a first look, I think it's good enough. Like if you like the episode, hit subscribe for more content. Let me know what you think of Mashinky. Would you like me to see me play it? And I guess I will see you all in the next episode. But until then, thank you very much for watching. This is Groundworks signing off and also looking at the Mashinky.